to my channel. In today's video I'll be talking about the Republic of Ireland, just sharing few things that I wish I knew when I was moving here, and since I'm here now I'm sharing. Number one, which currency do they use? Currency here is euro. Let me stop joking. Number two on the list, do they speak English? Yes, the Irish people do speak fluent English. Everyone speaks English. But sometimes you'll meet people who are speaking English, but you will have trouble understanding what they're saying. Some of them, they do have Irish accent that is very deep. It's like a Nigerian person speaking Pidgin English. Imagine if a Kenyan, you're not used to listening to Nigerian people speak Pidgin English, then all of a sudden you meet one who's speaking Pidgin English. You know, you just have like, what are you saying? Yeah, so I've bumped into a few Irish people who I really had trouble understanding what they're saying, but they do speak English. Number three on the list, if you're moving here during winter, please consider putting small amount of money to buy a car. Yes, I know it is not like possible for everyone just move here and then invest in a car, but if it's possible, just put a little amount of money to buy a small car, not a big car, a small car. Reason why, if you're moving here with kids and it's with winter, it's just so hard to use public transport, and kids, you have to go to the supermarket, you have to run, buy a couple of things here and there, and just moving around with kids, it's not the most comfortable way to be moving around. Plus here you're not allowed to leave your kids alone in the house if they are below 10 and I think below 15, something like that. So you have to carry your kids everywhere you go. Imagine. And that's why I'm saying consider putting small amount of money aside just to invest in a car, because it makes things so easy. Number four on the list, oh my god, this is like, I don't know, I think many people complain about this. Getting a house here, it is so crazy. In Ireland there is crisis of houses, so just getting a house it's hard. Getting a house is hard, and on top of that, once you get a house, it's expensive. I'm telling you, the house I am in, it's double of what I used to pay back home. A three bedroom huge house in Nairobi, in a very lavish area, and I used to pay around $800, and here I am small house, but I'm paying for 2,350. Yeah, 2,350. So the houses are pretty expensive. Another thing is, if you're moving here, of course you're new, you don't know which is the best place to take a house, and if you have any relative here, you can reach out to them, ask them if they can help you look for a house, because they have lived here for a long time, they know how things work, you know, just to, so you don't end up in the wrong hands, because there are people who also play games and you might just end up losing your money. I don't want to get into that. If you're gonna be living in Dublin, because I am in Dublin, Dublin is very expensive. If you're looking for a cheaper house, people suggest you go out of Dublin, so that's something to keep in mind. Number five, driving here. Oh my god, driving here, it's so nice. For me personally, coming from Nairobi, and in Nairobi a lot of drivers do not follow rules on the road, which is so scary to drive for me. I never used to drive in some places in Nairobi, just because the public transport people are very rough on the road and people are rough, so I used to get scared on certain roads. So here what I love is everyone is following rules on the road. Traffic lights are everywhere and the signs on the roads are everywhere. So if you are scared of driving from back home, trust me, here you don't have to worry, because you know, everything is like organized, so there's nothing to worry. You're good. Okay, so number six for me, it's about schooling. Kids do not spend hours in school like back home. I keep comparing the two. Yeah, kids do not spend hours in school like back home, and the homework is not crazy, because oh my god, my kids used to get homeworks to a point I get pissed off. A lot of homework. The child spent almost the whole day at school, and then coming back home they have homework, so they only take shower, bite something, and they go back to books, which was exhausting. Here the homework is organized. You drop your kids by 8 and by 2 or 2:30 they're out. So I really like that. Number 7 on the list for me, it's transport. They have really good public transport, which is the bus, and it's like you can get a card. It's called Lip Card or Lift Card, something like that. I know, I'll just put it on the screen here so you can read it, but it's really nice. You get that card, you refill it, and then every time you want to go somewhere, you just tap on the bus. There's a place to tap, instead of like having to carry coins with you or change, and you give to the driver and tell him where you're going. But with that card, you just say where you're going and then you tap the card. So I find that to be so helpful, like super easy, and the buses are very comfortable. You can sit up or you can sit down, completely up to you. Let's talk about the taxi. The taxi here for me, it's a little bit expensive if you ask me. It was really, when we didn't have a car, we had to use a taxi or public bus, because sometimes it's raining and you have kids and you have to run or wait for the bus. They have a waiting area, but it's just with kids, as I said before, it's a bit difficult if you don't have a car. Yeah, so I find the taxi a little bit expensive. So if you're moving here, if possible, just stick to the bus, because it's super nice, and I realized the best way to know places just by using bus and get lost. Number 8, supermarket. Oh my god. So in Nairobi, the system is you get in the supermarket, get whatever you want, go to the cashier, and the cashier will punch everything inside their system, whatever, and then you have an extra guy who's always packing your stuff. The person who assists the cashier, help with the customer. It's just very normal. It's what I'm used to. But when I came here, there is no such thing. You have to do your own packing. So you come with the shopping, give it to the cashier, they'll do their stuff, and you'll do the packing. But now I got used to it. I don't mind, but I still, I'm always rushing. Oh, the person is waiting. So yeah. Number 10 on the list for me, it's the family environment that I really appreciate. So like home, we have walking paths, but they're not that nice. The government really don't care to look after those kind of things. But here, the walking path is really nice. In every area you live, there is a playground for kids, a small park, or just a playground actually, for kids to play, just neighbors. So every place you go, just within the neighborhood, they have their own playground. That's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up, because it's gonna help my channel to grow. And if you have any question for me, just leave it in the comment section and I'll get back to you. Till next time, bye.